you've been told. Mm-hmm. Something deep inside my soul. Okay, hey everyone. I am the Oracle of the World. Welcome to my Instagram page, Instagram Live. Okay. Side note: you should never have ever underestimated me. This is a message that came through. Never underestimate me or anyone. Okay. Even if they look dumb, they're dumb as hell. Don't ever see them as potential. See them as like they can best you at any time. So you should always see anyone that can best you at any time. So never treat anyone as less than you. I know I have moments where I call people incompetent swines and all that stuff. But when I say those things, I know that you can't. You're not gonna be that forever. I'm not dumb. Okay, so this is a side note. Never underestimate me, because a lot of people do, believe it or not. Okay, so this is a truth that will be revealed to all my black people, my melanated people, not just black people, all melanated people who are X-market species. Well, all X-market species are melanated. Okay, something about the photosynthesis beings, those who are considered melanated. Even if you don't look like you're melanated in the outside, something about your genetic represents as if you're a melanated being. Okay, so you may be white with red hair, but you're actually melanated. If you didn't know that, like I believe they're Irish. Though you are actually considered melanated beings. Okay, if you did not know, now you know. So it doesn't necessarily mean about skin color. It's more about your genetics. Okay, but most people, but in actuality, most people who are melanated in the outside are melanated in the genetics. Okay, that's just a period. But there are some who don't look melanated but are. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear. But I know that the Irish are. Okay, those who have red hair, even the Russians, believe it or not. That surprised me too. I'm like, oh, they melanated? They're melanated, you guys. With that being said, this is a truth that I would like to represent to you guys. Many people of the world do not know the truth about what this world is, about who they are, about how we are connected, about how God was actually helping us the whole time and sending us message the whole time, not just in the Bible, but like helping us realize what this world is and also who we are. And I'm here. I'm one of the biggest ones to help you see the truth on like not just God messages and the messages that He's been sending throughout time or throughout the period of our existence. He's been trying to tell us like what we are, what this world is, and what you need to pay attention, and also to show you the truth through the lies that's been presented in our face the whole time. So I'm here to tell you a little bit of truth that you need to know and things that needs to be revealed to you at this time. But just know that although I may not share everything with you guys and throughout the time of me like guiding you guys and decoding God messages, I may not share everything with you, but just know that I will guide you to the right direction of what you guys need to know. But you can also do your own research and your own decoding on your own time as well. Nothing, God want you to. Okay, so you can do that as well. So truth will be revealed. So the whole world will go through a big revelation. Okay, there'll be a lot of revelation being presented to the world about the truth that God's been trying to send everybody this whole time. And not only that, He's going to send His witnesses. He's going to send His adversaries. He's going to use everybody, whether it's everybody to like show His message, okay, and to tell them the truth, show you guys the truth. We are here to decode the truth and show you what's been going on. So that is something that you do need to know and look forward to. Like we're going to be revealing certain messages that has been here for a while, of things that you didn't know. And then end of, I guess, the story of all the messages, once we reveal all the messages, at the end, you guys will get the big reveal on who God is, and not just God, on what this world is. You guys want to see it for yourself. We're not just going to decode it and present you the evidence and the truth, but you will eventually see it for yourself. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, the truth will be revealed to you. So let's start here. 2020 was an eye-opener. 2020 is when you got your eyes. Okay, whether you are gifted like me, an oracle, or a psychic, you may have developed abilities in the year 2020, or if you were like me, since you were a child. Okay, but 2020 was the year that it heightened for everybody. Everybody gained some type of awareness. Whether you were ignorant to certain things, you gained some type of awareness. Okay, that was the whole purpose of 2020. Is 2020 vision is for you to gain your eyes, which is awareness. Okay, to recognize that there's more to what life has been, more to what you have experienced, and more to what we know. So 2020 was the eye. 2023 is what got you. It was supposed to let time pass by so that you can see the flies, to see the lies. Okay, so 2023 was allowing you time to process everything that you were seeing, all the lies, all the illusions, and understanding that there's hidden, first of all, I feel like I'm using this word wrong, so I don't want to say it yet. Let me see it. Let me see it because I mentioned it earlier. I'm like, wait, I think I said it wrong. Okay. Hold up. Oh yeah, adversaries. So adversaries is one opponent in contest, conflict, or dispute. So I said it right in the beginning. Like, God's going to use everybody. He's going to use his witnesses. He's going to use his messengers. Okay, and he also going to use his adversaries, those who are the enemy. Okay, whether they're going to be revealing the truth indirectly, but he's still using them. So he's going to use everybody. But anyways, just know that 2023 was basically letting time get by so that you can process the flies, see the lies of the adversaries, to see the illusions that these adversaries have created and that has been trying to keep it that way and try to suppress the truth and not show you the truth. Okay, 2023 was taking time for you to digest everything that you now was seeing, everything that you thought you knew, and then when you start to see the truth, 2023 was basically, it's like the veil was lifting, and you finally see that there was a lot of hidden adversaries that you may have trusted, that you were unaware of, that was wolf in sheep clothing. You saw that there were flies, that there are enemies, there are people who are willing to suppress the truth, who are willing to suppress the truth by killing, by any means necessary. You saw that, you recognize there are hidden enemy in this world, flies that were trying to silence people, the truth about our history, the truth about what's going on, the truth about truth seekers, conspiracy theories, or like how they were silencing them. So you're meant to like see everything. Okay, 2023 was meant for you to see the flies of the adversaries. Basically, the flies represent the adversaries. So now that we're in 2025, fast forward to 2025, 2025 was to help you, see the why. Why all this is happening. You're meant to connect everything. So 2025, I am the Oracle. I am more present online than I've ever been in the last 5 years. Okay, so my job, like I said, is I'm part of the witness, part of the messenger of God that is supposed to connect everything and reveal the truth to you guys, tell you the why all these things happen, not just the why, but also what you didn't see in 2020, and also revealed the flies, the adversaries that you don't know about, that was still hidden, that's not completely revealed. And also 2025, I'm going to piece everything together and tell you what you didn't see, show you the flies, and tell you why certain things happen, certain outcomes happen that shouldn't have happened. Tell you why, not just about the adversaries and about the illusions and about the flies, but also tell you why about our existence, why things exist, and what this world is. Okay, so now that we understand that, my Black people, and when I represent Black people, I'm talking about any melanated people, okay, across the world, whether you're African, Jamaican, Haitian, Caribbean of any kind, all types, okay? So, apparently, you guys, what this world is, it's an illusion. It's not real. A lot of it is fake, okay? It's not a real world. It was a world that was created for a specific purpose, okay? It was temporary too. It's not meant to be long term. It's actually a temporary world, okay? That's what I do know based off my gift and my understanding of it. So this world is full of illusion. Whether you know it or not, you may see, the world as one way, but in actuality, there's like a whole lot of things. It's a lot of things going on, right? Like that plays out in our faces and right in our eyes, but we still can't see. Even though we have 2020 vision, like, oh, there's something more to this world in 2020, but you still don't see. Okay, there's still like for instance, you may think that the sky is blue, but it's actually another color. You may think that there's people like me and you and different race and different culture that exist, but not realize there's other species and all that existing, animals, all that you never even know exists, is actually roaming freely right in front of our faces. We don't see. So that's what I mean. This world is full of illusions. So that's one thing that you don't know. This world is full of illusions. So you don't know. So basically, the world is under a veil. Like, think of like a blindfold. You're like everybody has a blindfold and don't even realize it. And we're living like every day as like it's normal and not realizing there's a whole new world of like weird things that we didn't even know exist. That's right in our faces. It's still it doesn't move. It doesn't hide itself. It's still living. Like, but we can't see it. All right, unless you have like if you're very tapped in and you can see past it, then yeah. But most of the time you can't see it. Thank you. You can't see. Most of the time you can't see it. Okay. So that's one thing I do want to reveal to you guys. This world is full of illusion. This whole world, like I'm talking about, like really, it could be mystical things, magical things, things that you never thought exist, things that you only read about in fairy tales, in storybooks, and in movies and all that stuff. You just don't think that it's real, but it's actuality. It is, and all that's going to be revealed to you. You're going to see it for yourself. Okay. In due time, once we reveal all the messages, God messages, and tell you the truth.
Why is it in my face like that?
Okay, so now we're gonna dive deep into who you are. Let me put this on the side. So, I said melanated people in the beginning. I said I mentioned melanated people of all types, and I said that there's a lot of people that don't realize that they're melanated. It's like it goes by your genetics, not necessarily your skin tone, but your skin tone is proof, but that's not the only proof. Okay, so we know that being melanated is some type of photosynthesis. It's more than a skin thing. It's more of like, again, genetic. It's like a what you are. Okay, that's what it is. But I kind of label what that is. I did my own research 5 years ago, not even research. It's something that I channel, and I label what this is. And if you guys go back, if you scroll all the way down, you will know what I presented to you guys 5 years ago. And I said, this is my theory, but it's also the truth. Okay, I do want to announce that I am not a doctor or a scientist or anything like that. I'm just a spiritual being that's very tapped in and very gifted, and I am one of God's chosen. That I know, and that is what I see. That is what I know. Okay, so I feel like I do have a right and the expertise to speak on this. What I do know is we are considered X marker species, X species, meaning our genetic, we are able to mutate or evolve at a certain, more than different type of states. It depends on what type of X species you are, but you can evolve, okay, and change, okay, your makeup, your DNA. And which is, you can find this in your DNA strand. There's a specific DNA strand that's only for X species. The X species are melanated people, and I mentioned some of them already, like Irish, black people of all types, whether you're Caribbean, Haitian, whatever. If you're black, you're black. If you're melanated in the outer, you're definitely X species. But it doesn't mean that's the only proof that you're melanated. Okay, there's white people that can be melanated as well. Such as the Russians, the Ireland, Italian is one. I did any type of Hispanic people, like whether Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican. Mexicans definitely are. Cuban, it doesn't matter. They all X species. Persians, any of the Persians, the Muslims, X species. There's all types, okay, but it's to really know for sure, like, is your genetics. It's a certain DNA strand that you can find in your DNA that not all people in this population have, but only the melanated people who are truly melanated have that DNA strand. They are considered the X species. This X species marker basically indicates that you have the ability to evolve more than what you are, more than the human state. Okay, you can evolve even more and expand even more, not just your consciousness, but also your whole entire being, your mind, body, and soul. Okay, that is the ability that you have. That is actually a gift that was given from God. Okay, but not everybody carries that marker. Only the melanated. Again, just because you're black skin doesn't mean you're the only one that is considered melanated. Just wanted to put that out there. And another thing with that, not everybody that appears melanated is X market species. Okay, that's a different story for a different day. So I mentioned that the world is full of illusion. I mentioned your genotype that you carry, which is the X species. Okay, the X marker, okay, which you are considered the X species. And then I mentioned something else. So many of you guys also have a divine purpose, a calling to awaken, to not just awaken yourself, but awaken your brother, your neighbors that is like you. Okay, especially if they have a purpose or a calling like you. When you know that you are here, you're meant for something. You're meant for a higher calling. You're meant to change something. You're meant to bring something. You're meant to create something. If you know you are one of those people, then this message is for you. You have a higher calling, a divine purpose to not only awaken yourself, but also to do what you came here to do. Okay, and awaken your fellow being, fellow brother, sister, neighbor that is just like you, because we are going to go through a mass awakening. That is coming. That's what's been revealed to me. That is what's going to happen. However, there's some people who's going to awaken first. There's some people who's going to awaken last. So some people will take their time. Some people don't want to awaken. Some people won't believe this. It's going to be very hard for them until they start to like grow up and start to mature and start to understand. Okay, there's more to me. There's more to this life. I see this. I see that. Okay, I think I'm ready. So some people may not even be ready for it. It may be hard. Some people may fight it. Some people may fight with the other people. You just have to understand other people's journey. But this is something that will happen and occur here in this lifetime. It's not happening, in the next generation. It's happening in this generation. Okay, letting you guys know in this lifetime. This lifetime. This is when it's going to happen. So the big reveal is a mass awakening for everybody. The great I am is here. Okay, we are going to evolve and awaken. Okay, that is something that is seen. So once that process happens, we awaken. We see the truth of like the lies, the illusion. We see the world, what world it really is, and people are gonna be shocked. Like, wait, that was always there. Who is that? What is that? People are gonna be very shocked, very, very curious. So once you go through that awakening, you're gonna start to remember everything. Remember everything of the lives that you live. Remember what the world really is. Remember where you came from. Remember who you are. Remember who God is. You're gonna like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, God, I forgot you. You're gonna remember everything, okay, of what is actually true. Not what's been written. Not what's been told to you. Not what's been conditioned to you. You're actually going to see it for yourself. Okay. Through your awakening process, you're going to remember. Okay, so that's a big key right there. No one's going to tell you what to remember. You're going to remember. You have all that coding. You have all that memory stored within you. So only you will have access to it. No one else can give you that. You will remember it. Okay? Just wanted to make that clear with you. And many of you guys have ancestors that are not dead. No one that has passed on is dead. Truly, they just pass on to afterlife, or they're still here. You just can't see them. They're in a different. They're part of the illusion you can't see, but they're still here. Okay, they're still here. They're not gone. So you're going to start to remember your family, your bloodline, and all that has been trying to help you to awaken. That's been sending you messages, that's been guiding you, like, don't go there, like, keeping you safe, protecting you, and showing you the way. Okay, they always been here with you, guiding you, helping you to awaken. They're not gone, they're not destroyed. Okay, they're still living. Okay, you can't see them right now. But you will once the veil fully is lifted, and it will. It's like the dome, it will be destroyed, and you will see the truth. Okay? You will see the truth. So a lot of you guys have been through some type of cycle process where you were reborn over because of a karmic debt, and because you wasn't able to remember, and you were holding on to guilt, holding on to pain, holding on to grievance, holding on to anger, rage, all types of things that keep you stuck here. So there's some type of cycle that has been happening where you're constantly like, you couldn't go back to what the real world is, what it actually is. You couldn't see it. You couldn't live it because you kind of developed some type of karmic debt to the universe because of what you were holding on to. So each time you were holding on to this karmic debt, it made you lesser than what you are. You became a lesser being, but you're actually greater than what you are. Okay, many of you guys are greater than what you are. You don't even realize it. Like, you're a part of like ancient bloodlines that's powerful, bloodlines that's royal blood. They are here. They always been protecting you and trying to help you awaken, trying to show you the way, like, hey, you're more than what they are telling you. You're more than what you've been conditioned. You're more than your circumstances. You're more than what they've been teaching you. That's not real. That's not the real truth. The history is not real. The science is not real. The medicine is not real. None of it is the real truth. You know the truth. You have the access in you. So that your ancestors is still living, by the way. They're not dead. They've been trying to tell you who you are, guide you all the time. Okay? So because of this cycle thing, this like recycling, because due to karmic debt, it's hard for people to break it because of, like I said, the pain. Hi, Parche. I believe it's Parche, right? Okay, because of the cycle of death, I think it's Parche. Not Roxy. I believe it's Parche. I remember you changed your name. Yay! Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so because of this karmic debt that was developed, you were reincarnated over until you break that debt, until you clear it. And the only way to clear it is to let go of what was holding you back, such as the pain, the rage, the sadness, the guilt, the fear, all of it. You had to let go and learn to forgive. And once you start to do that, you start to access certain things within you. You start to awaken and start to remember who you are. That is the goal, to help you awaken, is to remember who you are. And to remember who you are is to be connected to what you are. You are photosynthesis being, melanated beings. Okay, you're connected to nature. Okay, if you understood what that means, and we're gonna get into that later on. But once you start to understand what that means and understand the cycle that we all been in, because of it was hard for people to let go, you will understand what you are. You will understand what you're connected to and why you couldn't break it, the cycle, because you wasn't connected to what you're connected to, which is nature. You wasn't connected to it. Once you start to connect to it, you're going to start to remember who you are and like, oh my God, I'm of this. That's why I couldn't be me again. Okay, so you guys going to remember all this. So there's been like a cycle of death, and it's not your fault. It wasn't meant to be this way, especially not for it wasn't supposed to be this way. There's something about it wasn't supposed to be this way for many people. Many people develop so much karma due to pain and rage and anger and guilt and fear. Okay, and it became the lesser version of themselves. They became lesser beings. Thank you, Parche. Thank you, Parche. So they became lesser beings due to what they have been through in each incarnation. Okay, and everybody's incarnation is different. However, everybody's experience is different and how they take it in. And so it's harder for most people if they have a harder life and they hold on to it. So people like me in each lifetime came here to guide you, and not just us, but like your ancestors, to guide you out of that debt. That was the whole purpose, is to guide you out of it. But apparently, it was never meant to be this. This world was never meant for you to become a lesser being. It was supposed to be. Because I want to say it without giving it away yet, because I don't want to explain the why we had to be in this illusion world. But I will explain this. It was never meant to be a world where you were supposed to become a lesser being, as far as like staying like that. You were never supposed to fall from what you are. Okay, you only fell for what you are due to interference, due to people breaking contracts, due to it was purposely done. Okay, but you end up falling for what you are. You are a greater being. You became less than what you are, and it was due to some type of interference. It was purposely done. Okay, purposely done. But it will be breaking. Apparently the contract is coming to a close, so therefore it has to be the truth has to be revealed. Apparently, wherever this contract that was put in place, it was put in place to make sure the original contract was put in place to help you. Okay, it was supposed to help you gain understanding from a different perspective. Okay, from other beings who wasn't like you. It's supposed to help you understand their perspective, their daily lives, their experience. However, it didn't turn out that way. It became you became a target. You became a tool, a weapon, a slave, a property, instead of actually enduring the experience of what others may experience that's not like you, because you are a greater being, and these other people who are a lot like you were not like that. So you are meant to go through their shoes, their experience, to understand their point of view. But it didn't turn out that way. It became something it wasn't supposed to be. Okay, and they will be dealt with. Oh, you're good. You're good, Parche. I got you. I understand. They will be dealt with, but that's gonna be that's I should explain more about that later. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot right now. But it had to take a moment to process this, but it was a lot. It's a lot, okay. It's a lot that you guys don't understand. A lot that transpired before. It's a lot of things I'm learning about time. I guess time is not what I thought it was, or what people may even think. It's not what we think. Okay, so that's another thing as well. But as I know more, I will share more about that. But just know that there's a lot of truth that will be revealed, and there's a lot of lies that exist, and you just have to determine which one is which is the lie, which is the truth. And people like me is going to help you to see it for yourself. We're not going to tell you, we will show it, but you have to understand why that is the truth. You have to come to that same conclusion. But we're all going to go through awakening, so that's good, and it's time, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Okay, thank you.